Don't get me started. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited that you are here. It has been such a long time since I told you guys a story and I cannot wait to get started. We're gonna call this like a series because I have so many stories, so many experiences, things that I went through when I was in Chile, when I was living there for 2 months, when I was supposed to be doing my internship, and it was just absolutely insane and I cannot wait to get into it. So if you are ready to hear the story about the time that my first host dad passed away when I was in Chile in the house, it was absolutely insane, and I am here to tell you the story. So if you are ready to hear the story, please keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you are ready to hear the story, give this video a like, and I can't wait to get into it. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this story took place years ago. I lived in Chile. I did an internship. There was this global internship program that connected with my college and all of its sister colleges that allowed students to apply and intern abroad, and it was absolutely amazing. They let us choose from like 8 or 9 different countries, and you can also do the internship locally if you wanted to, if you didn't want to go abroad, if you didn't have a passport, if you were already here in the United States studying abroad and you didn't want to go abroad again to a whole nother country, then you could stay here as well. You know, they had local options too, which was, I think, absolutely amazing. And right away, the minute I got this email about a global internship, I knew that I wanted to do the internship. So I applied, and everybody that applies, you know, they get an interview over here in the United States with your college, with their program coordinator. And, you know, if they like you, then they let you move on to another interview with the program coordinator in the country that you chose to do your internship in. And if they like you, then that's when you get accepted. And, you know, the program coordinators, they start to find you host families, and they start to find you an internship, and they basically do everything for you. The only thing that you have to really worry about is, you know, getting your flight and make sure you're packed and just ready to go, and make sure, you know, you are just ready to go live abroad in another country with a host family and do an internship. To say the least, like, it was just absolutely amazing, but in the beginning it was tragic and just unbelievable. So, you know, I did the interviews and I got accepted, and then once I got accepted, you know, that's when the program coordinator over in Chile, she started to find me a host family. And when they're on the hunt to finding host families, they will send you a description of the host family, the potential host family that you're going to stay with, and they let you, you know, say if you want to stay with this host family after reading the description of the family, or, you know, you can say, no, I'd rather stay with another family, and they will find you another family. So when the program coordinator found a host family for me, she found a family. She found someone that has been, you know, allowing kids to stay with her for years. You know, she usually has students stay with her for about 6 months or maybe a year, longer than the 2 months that I was going to be there for. But nonetheless, she was really excited just to have another student in her home to look after. You know, she, as I was reading the description, I saw that she has 3 kids. A 35-year-old lives at home, a 25-year-old that lives at home, and a daughter as well that lives at home. I can't remember her age, but I want to say she was like in her 30s, and a husband that is very sick and has been sick for months, and he is on, you know, bed rest basically. He doesn't get up, he doesn't feed himself. The host mom, she, you know, feeds him, and she, you know, takes care of him, and she'll, you know, go check on him, all of that stuff, being the good wife and, you know, good mom and everything that she is. She has been taking care of her husband for months, and she has had students stay with her, you know, while she's taking care of her husband. It's never gotten in the way, so I didn't really see it as like a red flag, and I was like, oh, she's had other students, you know, stay with her while her husband, you know, is sick, and it's never gotten in the way or anything. The only red flag that I did see was that there's a 35-year-old son that lives at home, and I just kind of got nervous thinking about the fact that I would have to be, you know, I don't know, just in America it's different than in Chile. In Chile, that is completely normal. Here in America, it's not that it's not normal, it's just not very common. But over there, you don't move out until you're about to get married. And so over there, Again, no problem. So I was just like, okay, like if it's no problem for them, then it should be no problem for me. I even spoke to my dad about it. He said, hey, you know, basically they'll knock it till you try it. Like if you get there and you feel uncomfortable, or, you know, something happens, then that's when you can, you know, speak up and talk to the program coordinator, talk to your host mom, you know, see if there's something else that you can do. But for now, just try it. You never know. You know, didn't you say that they've had students live with them for years and months, you know, and nothing has happened? And I'm like, you know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. And nothing is going to happen. Don't worry. Don't get me started, because that is a whole other story. That I'm not even going to get into that. That's a whole other story. Ultimately, that is a whole other story. I cannot get into it, but I will tell you right now. I will tell you guys that story. I will tell you guys that story of the host brother and what happened, and just, I should have listened to my gut. I should have listened to my gut, but that's neither here nor there. Right now, we are talking about the story about how my host dad passed away. You know, everything is going well. I have my flight, I'm packed, I'm ready to go. My flight was absolutely amazing. I knew that, you know, the daughter was gonna come pick me up at the airport. And at this time, I still didn't have an internship. And usually when you're going to hop on a plane to go to another country to go live there for 2 months to do an internship, you should have an internship. I didn't have an internship yet. They were still looking into it. They were still trying to find a job that was accepting interns, that really, you know, allowed having interns, especially internationally, to, you know, come work for them and come help them out and stuff like that. They were still trying to figure that out. And honestly, I was kind of okay with that, just because it kind of allowed me to really, you know, get to know the area that I was living in. It gave me some more time to, you know, go walk around and just go really, you know, go see what was there in Chile, what Chile had to offer. And I was excited because I was like, okay, there's going to be a couple people there in the house that can, you know, help me, show me where to go and stuff like that. You know, I was getting more excited. Just, I knew that the internship was going to work out, and I knew I'd get one. You know, that's what I was paying the money for. So I wasn't too worried about it. So fast forward, you know, the daughter, she picks me up and we get to the house, and the mom, she is so sweet. She's the sweetest. She comes running out of the house when I get there, and she gives me a hug, and she's very welcoming, very warm. And, you know, she brings me inside and she shows me around the house, and it's super cute. And they have a little dog, super adorable. She kind of just, you know, points to the room where her husband is, and her husband didn't share the same room as she did. He was more of like in a guest room, or more of like in a spare room, and that's where he always was. And, you know, like I said, he wasn't getting up, and he didn't speak, he didn't walk, you know, and stuff like that. So that's kind of where he was. That's kind of where he was. She showed me my room, and, you know, she showed me the kitchen, and she was really excited to have me there, and I was really excited to be there. You know, she let me know, hey, you know, I do have my son that lives here. It was like the 24, 25-year-old. I can't remember exactly how old he was, but she said that he does live here, but he lives in like the back house. There was like a little like studio in the back, like not attached to the house, but like in the backyard, and that's where his room was, and he spent basically majority of his time there. So she's like, yeah, that's where he is. And then my other son, which was the 35-year-old, oh, he doesn't live here, you know, he lives over with his, you know, daughter, and, you know, he lives kind of like hours away. And then the daughter didn't live at home either. So really it was just the host mom, the host dad, and the 24, 25-year-old. And as time kind of went on, you know, a couple days passed, I kind of, you know, noticed that he wasn't really around, and he was always with his girlfriend and stuff like that. So essentially I really was alone. So I kind of just started, you know, walking around and just taking the train just to go places, and the subway and things like that, and really just trying to get to know the area alone. And it had only been a few days where I was doing this. You know, I still didn't have an internship. I was spending some time at the house. You know, I was being able to sleep in, and then just kind of take the day by day, and just really kind of enjoy it myself, and could just try to make the most of it. Keep in mind, the host mom, she can't leave. She can't go show me places. She has to take care of her husband. So I really was alone. And one of the things that she kind of introduced to me was bun and coffee. And we all know bun and coffee is like the duo. It's like a sandwich and some chips, or a burger and some fries. Like, it's essential. And it's, you know, it was their snack. It was like their breakfast. It was like, if they were hungry throughout the day, that's what they would have. And it was their dessert. And guys, I gained so much weight when I was over there. I swear. Even my second host family, like, that was their thing. It was just a Chilean thing. I mean, it's a Mexican thing too, you know. It's just, I just gained so much weight, and it was just their thing. So as a couple days passed, we're still within the first week that I'm there in Chile, still no internship, still on my own, and I'm there in the house and I'm getting my pan and I'm heating it up, and their pan isn't like conchas and stuff like that. It's literally pan, and they get it from the store and they heat it up on the stove, and that's the pan. Like literally is bread. And I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, oh my God, it would be absolutely insane if something had happened to the host dad while he's here. Like, I beg you, please, God forbid, I hope that nothing happens to him, because that would be absolutely insane. I would never wish that upon anybody, but I was thinking to myself, oh my God, what are the chances? Like, what are the chances? I can't. You guys, tell me why. Tell me why ain't nothing but, okay, tell me why 2 days. 2 days later, I'm like tearing up just thinking about it. 2 days later, it's the morning, still no internship. It's the morning, I'm getting my pan ready, I'm making my coffee, and I noticed that my host mom is very quiet. She's more quiet than usual. She's sniffling a little bit, and she's not really saying anything to me. And usually, we have some conversation in the morning and stuff like that. Again, nobody's in the house. And she breaks the news to me that the night before, her husband passed away. What do you do in that situation? Like, what do you do? Do you be there for them? Do you give them space? I don't know these people. Like, I don't know these people. I don't know what they need from me, what they want from me, what would be best for them. You guys, it was absolutely insane. It was absolutely insane. The son, he 24, 25-year-old, he, came to the house, inside the house, and, started spending some time with his mom, and just, obviously extremely hurt, because this is so tragic, losing a parent. I don't know what that feels like, and I hope it's a very long time until I do know what that feels like, but I can tell, clearly it hurts them. I'm in the kitchen and I hear the door open, and I see a gentleman that I've never seen before, and he looked at me like, who are you? And I looked at him like, who are you? And then I'm like, wait, I'm in someone else's home. Like, you are probably supposed to be here and you have no idea who I am. So I introduced myself and I told him that I'm here, I'm staying with her for, an internship for a couple months. And he introduced himself, and this was the 35-year-old son. And he brought his suitcase, and he was gonna stay a while. And he was extremely hurt and extremely just confused and just shocked, and just, wow, it happened. His dad passed away. And so family starts, spending time here, and, they literally have people come to the house to, take him away and stuff like that. And the mom, tells me, hey, we're gonna have this church service, do you want to go? And I was like, yes, I will go with you, because how am I gonna say no? I want to support this family. And the next day, we get a phone call from the program coordinator to check up on her. And she also wanted to talk to me to see how I was doing in this situation, to see if I wanted to move host families, just to check in with me. And, I talked to her on the phone, and I told her, no, I don't want to move host families. I can't leave them during this time. And I kind of put the responsibility on me to be there for them, which is, yes, it was genuine and it was nice and it was sweet, but it's also extremely tragic. And I'm here in Chile to do an internship, and mind you, I still do not have an internship. It's like the first week that I'm here in Chile, and all of this is happening. And I tell her, no, I don't want to move host families. If anything changes, I'll let you know. I'll give you a call back. She's like, okay, great. If anything changes, if you change your mind, please let me know. Okay, will do. So, I start spending some time with, the mom, and the host brother, and the 24, 25-year-old, he, starts to go back into his studio and start spending time over there. And, the daughter, she didn't live at home. She, lives with her fiance. So she, left back home, but the 35-year-old son, he stayed. So now in the house, it's the host mom, the 35-year-old son, and then the 24, 25-year-old who was like all about his girlfriend would come in and out of the house every once in a while. It was really just the host mom and the 35-year-old son, and we were spending a lot of time together. And the son, he wanted to bring me around and really just introduce me to a lot of places and cool restaurants and stuff like that, because he knew that I was alone. He knew that I didn't have an internship yet. He knew that I had no friends and stuff like that. So I took him up on the offer of, spending some time with him and letting him show me around and bring me to the bars that are extremely popular, and try the good beers, and let's go to this place and go all this place. And it was great until it wasn't. And that's the story that I'm going to tell you guys another time. But I'm just extremely, it's just extremely heartbreaking that I was there when it happened, and I don't know if I jinxed it. I don't know if just that thought, it was just coincidence. Some people don't believe in coincidences, but it was just absolutely insane that 2 days before his passing, I literally was like, oh my God, like, I really hope like nothing happens. Like, it, this first week and a half that I was staying with this host family, so much had happened, and I'm still so new. No friends, no internship. I'm not familiar with the area. And, my host dad just passed away. And then I have this 35-year-old host brother that just ultimately became the reason that I left that host family. I left that family. I stayed with them for about another week until I called the program coordinator saying that I really wanted to change host families because I can't stay with this host family anymore. I'm uncomfortable. And again, I will tell you guys that story another time. That's a whole other video. But that was a story of the host dad that passed away while I was living at the house. During the night, he passed away just from one day to the next, and he was just gone. And my host mom, she was so cute. She was just so hurt. I wanted to be there for her. I really did. I went to the church service with her, and I spent some time with her all the time that I could, if I wasn't walking around and just trying to get to know the area that I was living in. And it just, me staying at that home wasn't meant to be, and it became something that it shouldn't have became. And I don't wish the experience that I had on anybody. And I just really felt like I needed to be there for that family, and I really felt like I wanted to be there for that family, and I couldn't leave them during this time. And I love to help. I really do. It's in my blood. I love to help. And so I saw this opportunity. Let me help this family. Let me be there for this family. But one thing just ended up leading to another, and it's just very unfortunate of what happened, and I had to leave the family. But that was my first experience being in Chile for the first week, and I was only there with that family for 2 weeks. But that was the first story of this whole Chile series of me, when I was over there doing my internship. And there are so many more stories that I do want to tell you guys, so stick around if you want to. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, and I cannot wait to tell you guys more stories and post more videos for you guys. I will see you guys next time in my next video. Bye guys.